Passenger Seat Radio. It is September 29th, 2025. You're on my 13-mile commute home. Welcome to the show. Oh, man, I thought this Monday would never end. It's one of those kind of days. I was completely swamped in the morning, calmed down a little bit in the afternoon, but then, you get this nice lull going, and then all of a sudden it's like right at the end of the day, rapid fire. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good weekend. It seemed like a very short weekend, as it tends to do. But what can you do? All right, well, listen, I haven't got a lot going on for this show, but I thought, what the heck? I might as well get it done. Interesting. Just looking at the Alaska Bush Company's sign. Usually they have something clever on there, but they're talking about a Y2K party. I don't know. Weirdo place. Anywho, so my life the last, 4 or 5 days have consisted of basically two things. Well, three things, technically. One is finishing up my Unraid build, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute because some of you will find it interesting. I'm playing Dying Light the Beast and downloading crap that I lost in building my Unraid setup. Let's talk real quick about Dying Light the Beast. It's Dying Light. Listen, if you liked the other games, you're going to like this one. It's basically the same game. There's a lot of fetch questies going on, but there's just tons of carnage. So it's kind of one of those games where if all you want to do is sit for 15 minutes and just kill shit, you can do that. Or run a couple of those little side fetch quests, you can do that. Go and unlock a couple of safe zones, right? So it's one of those things, it's one of those games I can really appreciate for the fact that it lets you invest as much time as you want at the moment, right? So maybe you want to play for 4 or 5 hours. Great, work the main storyline. But if you just want to dick around, you can do that too. And you can get, you get stuff for that. So go find some little dark hole to uncover, or go rescue a bunch of people, right? There's lots of random encounters in the game. So if you run around long enough, you will find someone to rescue. You will find big bad guys that you can take down. You will find military convoys that you can leech out of. Plenty to do. But it's almost, I don't want to say too much because that's wrong, but it's almost like there's 5 things to do total, right? It's either do the main quest, do a fetch quest, or, unlock a safe zone, or find one of those dark holes that you have to go in and infiltrate, right? So there's only there's a handful of things to do, or grind, right? You can also go grinding. That's also necessary. Oh, my wife's calling. It kicked off? Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just paused the video or something. I don't know. Anyway, if not, you had a fun time listening to my wife bitch about drivers in Phoenix. So, yeah, so Dying Light, like I said, there's only 5 things to do, but there's hundreds of those 5 things to do. And again, it's more of the same, and if you liked it before, you're going to like it now. I might wait until it gets a little cheaper, to be honest with you, but isn't that most games? So I played a lot of that, but I lost a couple of things in my... I just got smacked by a rock. Did you guys hear that? I wonder where that hit me. Probably going to have a nice big fat chip tomorrow. Yeah, this is going to be a great Monday, huh? Anyway, so when I did my Unraid move initially, or when I first started using the Unraid, I lost a drive in my NAS. And these drives have been in that NAS forever, so I'm not totally shocked. But one of the bad parts about losing drives, as you all know, is that sometimes you don't know what was on it. So you don't know what you lost. Is it something you can live without? Or is it, the secret formula to Coca-Cola, right? So the drive that I lost apparently had my music videos collection on it. Now I know what you're thinking. That's kind of lame. Who gives a shit? They're all on YouTube. That's not exactly true. So I've been collecting music videos so far back that they were in MPEG-1 format. And if any of you go back that far, leave a comment down below. If you've been back that far, you remember there was a release group called MJ. Let's see, what's this? Hope next game it is a zombie game. Yeah, I think they should try something else too. I agree. Let me see here. How can I get this chat up? I'm actually, there we go. I'd like them to do a different game. They got a great engine. They've got a great engine. They could do so much with that. I would love to see them do something else. Show these other assholes and tell them to stop using Unreal Engine 5, and maybe we can have some optimized shit, right? But anyway, let me roll back here. So back in the day, back when it was still dial-up and there was no like super internet, there was no streaming services, right? We used to trade these low-quality music videos in MPEG format. And there was a group that released them called MJ or MJ Productions. And they had this little calling card at the end of the video. If you've ever seen that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, you'll probably never be able to find it again. But it was sort of a unique thing. And there were videos that were pulled off of like import super video discs and shit like that going on back then. There's a lot to lose there. Now, listen, if all you care about is the big shit, then yes, you can get it back. Go to YouTube. That's what I was doing for the last 3 or 4 days, is ripping YouTube videos. And I know what you're saying, Shane, they're on YouTube. Why would you rip them? Well, case in point, everyone's like, well, that never happens. Well, yeah, it does. Hey, Gus. I was thinking about you, Gus. I guess David Schroeder, I'm all over the place today. David Schroeder released a Atari 2600 version of Dino Eggs. And that made me think, oh, Dino Eggs 2100 AD, yay. And so I shared a video clip of it with him and all that stuff. So I was thinking about you guys. So if your ears were burning, that's why. So anyway, so I've been going back and rebuilding my music video library. First off, I know for a fact I had higher quality videos than what YouTube is shitting out. And that kind of sucks. Now, my guess is that for the big artists that I've collected media for over the years, I can re-rip those, right? So I've got DVDs and Blu-rays of a lot of my favorite people, and I can go and re-rip those videos in higher quality than YouTube has. That's fine. But it occurred to me, like, so first of all, I don't know what I lost in terms of my music videos, but one of them in particular, and yes, I'll check my testosterone at the door. You guys all know I've got low T, okay? So Kylie Minogue has a song called All the Lovers, right? And people love to remix Kylie Minogue's music. It is like a thing. Like if you buy a commercial Kylie Minogue disc, there will be at least one fan mix somewhere on there. It's weird. It's weird, wacky, wild stuff. But there's a really great remix of that song. And that remix is everywhere. You can go get it right now on YouTube. What you can't get is the actual video. You can only get the song. And I know for a fact I got it off of YouTube originally. I know I got it off of YouTube originally. It's not there anymore. Can't get it. Can't find it. And anything that even looks close has now been pulled for copyright and content strikes. So it's like, fuck, now I can't get that one video. Obviously I need to probably backfill a whole lot more, but it's like, I want that one video. Can't find it. It's not on Usenet. It's not, I don't know if it's torrentable off Pirate Bay or whatever, but it's nowhere to be found. I'm actually on the Kylie Minogue subreddit, hoping that somebody else has a copy of it that can help me out and get me that lost video. So this is why I rip stuff down. I keep a complete offline copy of the WAV files. Why? Because someday some asshole might think that they're being anti-American or something and pull their channel down, and I'll lose all those videos. If you want anything, assume nothing is forever on the internet. They say, oh, it's on the internet, it's forever. Bullshit. Go find that video for me and then tell me that everything's on the internet and it's there forever. So, yeah. So that's one of the things that I've been doing is scampering around. But I finally, let me catch you up to date here. For those of you who've been following along, I'll do a quick recap. Originally, I had a Windows 11 i7 PC with 12 USB drives hanging off of it. Nothing internal, just all these endless caddies, external drives, all just curmudgeon together. I know that's the wrong use of that. All smushed together, running a Plex server, my Sonar and Sabben ZBD, right? Big pain in the ass, very, very slow, but listen, lots of space, right? Well, I learned about Unraid about a year ago, and I've been thinking about it, and I finally said, let's make this work. Let's get Unraid going. So I finally got Unraid up and running, and you guys who have been following the show know of my struggles. Well, it turns out, hey, an asshole. Feel free to look before you back up, moron. You wonder why insurance is astronomically expensive in Arizona? Today alone on this show should tell you. So it turns out that Unraid fucking hates USB drives. Absolutely. 100% the wrong thing to do, but I'm invested now. So I start looking around. What's the solution? You've got 12 goddamn USB drives laying around, all hooked up to one machine. What do you do with that? How do you make that right? Well, they have something called a DAS. And if you've ever seen just a bunch of drive boxes for like USB, put like 6 discs in there and one USB cable and plug it in, it's kind of like that. Only it's all SATA. It's all SATA drives. And you have to buy a special fucking card to use it. So you buy this card, it's an HBA card, it's a PCI Express 16X card. You put it in your computer, it's got these 4 custom plugs on it. You plug in these, what are they called? SRS or something like that. They're these basically breakout cables that take each plug and turn it into 4 SATA cables. You run that up to the drives or to the back plane of this particular DAS, and you've got high-speed drives all running off of a single card. So I bought the card. It came with 2 unfortunately short-ass cables that I did manage to get up and running. I put 8 drives into the DAS, and I started working on moving everything off of the remaining drives. And let me tell you something. Reading from USB and writing to a SATA drive is like 5 times faster than going from USB to USB. True story. You can listen. If I wish to God I had bought that freaking DAS early on in this process and just moved the drives in there one at a time, but I did not. So now I am finally there. I've got one more thing to do, but I've got all 12 drives. They're all inside the DAS. They're all being powered off of that HBA card. And I've got 10 drives in a pool, 96 terabyte pool. That's a big fucking pool, folks. And I've got 2 4 terabyte drives acting as an array drive with a parity drive to protect it. That's pretty damn cool. And that's all set up and running. Every one of my problems has been solved. Now, the last thing that I need to do is take the motherboard out of the i7, put it into the top of the DAS that's designed to hold a complete motherboard. It's supposed to hold an entire PC on top and all your drives on the bottom. All in one box. At some point I have to do that. But otherwise, everything's off USB. I am 100% USB free. And god damn it, it feels good. And all of my Plex problems went away. All of my slowdowns went away. All of my problems went away. So, I have learned so much in the last few months. That's one of the big ones. So, so that's where that is. I've only got a couple of minutes here. I watched Weapons last night on somebody's recommendation, Chad actually, friend of the channel, friend of the show, friend of mine, said I should check it out. So I'm going to spoil some stuff. So if you haven't seen it, so the basic premise of this weapons, 17 kids go missing, all from the same classroom. One kid was left behind, and nobody knows what the fuck happened. They have their kids running out of their fucking house in the middle of the night. They got it on ring cams and on surveillance cameras. These kids just go running off into the night, never see them again. It's been a month. Kids are just vanished for a month. Nobody fucking knows. Everybody in town blames the teacher, even though everybody in town has these fucking videos of their kids running of their own accord out of the house and into the darkness, right? But the teacher's the witch. She's the demon. She's done it. Whatever. That's where I started rolling my eyes. Within the first fucking reel, I'm going, what? Okay, listen. Okay, I get it. They're all in the same class. But you got video proof it wasn't her. You know what I'm saying? She's not that likable of a character anyway, right? You'd think that you'd want to have a little bit of sympathy for her, but you don't. So the movie takes place, the first 2/3 of the movie takes place putting you inside the shoes of several people involved in the movie. So you got the teacher, then you got a cop that she knows that she's banging on the side, and then you got one of the parents, and then you got this junkie that has absolutely no useful bearing to this movie whatsoever, and they waste a shitload of time on it. And you're going, what's the point? Is there some subtext or something that I'm missing here? Because it makes no sense to give that guy so much time in the movie when he's like not paramount to the plot at all. It was very strange. But I'm compelled. By this time, I'm like halfway in, and I'm like, fuck it, I am finishing this movie. And I got to see what's going on. So none of it makes any sense at all. The teacher's seeing weird shit. The dad's seeing weird shit, right? They're having like nightmares or hallucinations, but that never gets explained, by the way, which is like, I kind of wanted to know what that was all about. And then, and so it all turns out that it's some fucking voodoo, the one kid that was left, right? This kid, Alex, by the way, the kid did a good job. But there's one kid left, and it's Alex. And it turns out that the whole crux of this movie, I'm going to ruin it for you here. Again, leave now if you don't want to know the ending. The whole crux of it is Alex's aunt, crazy fucking aunt. You never know why. You never know what her backstory is, which would be far more interesting than all the other shit that you've been learning. Her backstory is she's some sort of voodoo bitch. And so she can actually get a piece of your hair or get a piece of this or a piece of that. And she can like put some blood on a stick and control you with the stick. But it never really, there's like no adherence to anything. Like, you know, like as long as she's got the stick and it's not broken, then the people are subservient and they just sit there, the people you're controlling. But as soon as she breaks it, they fucking snap and go kill somebody. Who they kill or who they go after, well, that's not really consistent. It's whatever the plot needs. And so you're kind of going, okay, wait a minute. No, wait. So she gets the parents to stab themselves in the face with a fork by breaking the stick. But if she breaks the stick for somebody else, they turn into some rabid fucking zombie. And you're going, there's like no goddamn consistency whatsoever. What's her story? All we know is she came there sick and she wants to get better. And so she thinks by voodooing the parents that she's going to get better. Well, that's not working. So now she's got to voodoo the kids. But you never know what the voodoo is going to do to help be better. All you know is that she tells the kid, bring me something of all of your classmates. Bring me one item from all your classmates, and that's going to make me feel better. And so he does it because he's scared shitless, right? Again, the kid does a good job. So he brings all the items to her, and then she voodoos all the kids, and then the kids all come running out of their house, and they run to the house, and they stand in the basement. We don't know why they're standing in the basement. We don't know. It doesn't seem to be helping her at all. We don't even know why they're there. We just know that they're there. There's like no questions answered. Not one. And then of course you know where this is going to go, right? You don't even need me to tell you because it was pretty obvious what was going to happen. So the kid has been watching the aunt control all these people, right? So he knows what she does. So he gets a piece of her hair. He gets the stick, right? And then he pokes himself in the finger, rubs at the stick, and then binds her with it, right? But that doesn't control her. For some reason, when he does that and he breaks the stick, it causes all the kids to go after her. And you're going, is there any fucking consistency with what's going on here? Because I don't think so. There's nothing cohesive here. There's a couple of good jump scares, and they do a good job filming the kids chasing the chick. That's pretty cool. But you're kind of sitting there going, God damn it. There was so much more you could do with this. But it's literally thrown away, the whole movie. Now, the only thing I can think of, now this movie's getting great reviews, by the way. And it does, I mean, I'm no offense, Chad, but there's so many holes and unexplained shit and nonsense in here. The only thing I can figure out is this was supposed to be like a double feature. And in the next feature, maybe there's a prequel where we figure out what the fucking crazy aunt's bitch is, what she's got going on. Because nobody knows, and no one's going to tell you. I got to get out of here. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.